Hi, today we are here with Corry Smallegange. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us and our Be Fit Ride Strong community. We really appreciate it.
It's great being here. Thank you.
So we are here now at your beautiful farm, and we understand that you bought a horse from Hugh Graham that you rode in a Grand Prix. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I bought a horse from King Ridge Stables many years ago now as a 5-year-old, and that horse, and with the help of some supporting people like Danny Foster, who was a trainer of mine for many years, 11 years, that horse went from jumping the small classes to jumping the modified Grand Prix.
And now that you have 2 horses of your own that you're hoping will become successful Grand Prix horses, can you tell us about the process of training them to become champions?
Most of what I do with my horses now is from what I've learned from my past experiences. Every bit of training that I do is all based on what I learned in previous years with Danny and with Hugh Graham and other people who have been very influential in my life. I try and be very positive with the horses and bring them along slowly so that they have the heart and the confidence and the willpower to be a part of my team.
You also train other people's horses, which must be somewhat different than training your own horses. Have you ever encountered any anxiety from dealing with the many different equestrian temperaments?
There is anxiety associated with the sport, that's most definite. Anxiety is a common ailment that most human beings suffer from. So yeah, there is anxiety associated with that. I tend to deal with my anxiety in the best way I can by looking at myself as an individual and reaching out to the resources available to me to help me cope with it.
So having started riding at 11 years old, you have certainly come a long way since your beginner days. What type of anxieties have you experienced related to riding over the years?
I think it's the anxiety that equestrians suffer from mostly comes from performance anxiety, getting in the ring, making split-second decisions, and having anxiety surrounding whether those decisions are going to be the right one at the right time. And so coping with that anxiety, I practice positive imagery and visualization techniques. I also meditate on a daily basis and perform or do a lot of self-talk and positive affirmations to help myself cope with that.
So you obviously managed to overcome those anxiety moments. Can you tell us about how you managed to do that and what your coping strategies are?
Like I said, I work mostly with positive visualization and imagery techniques. I also work with a very good friend of mine and somebody I work with in recovery who helps me with different types of strategies through meditation, hypnosis, and positive affirmations to keep myself focused and yet relaxed and enjoying the sport.
So in addition to your equestrian lifestyle, we understand that you have a microvascular surgical specialty in medical science, and you've done 21 years of extensive research. Can you elaborate on that and how you have managed to balance these 2 worlds while maintaining your own mental and physical health?
Yeah, my research career started right out of college, and I worked with the same principal investigator and supervisor the entire time. Lucky for me, my supervisor, Dr. Michael Adams, was a strong supporter of self-fulfillment, and I was able to balance both a research career and a specialty in microvascular surgery, as well as be able to pursue a career in equestrian sport. And because of his support and because he allowed me to experience both at the same time, I was able to really focus in 2 different directions all the time.
So how important has fitness and nutrition been in your life, both in and out of the ring?
Fitness and nutrition is a big part of my life. I have a routine. I get up in the morning, and before I even start working with my horses, I have a stretching routine, a yoga routine. I do a lot of core exercises, abdominal crunches, lunges and squats, everything to help increase my core strength, flexibility, and stay fit and strong, so that when I do get on the back of the horse, I'm not compensating their ability from my lack of fitness.
Now, do you find that your exercise routine and diet leading up to competition day factors into your success?
Absolutely. I'm a caffeine-free human being. I try very hard not to put chemicals into my body that will change the hormonal and chemical balance in my body when I'm trying to compete. And so I'm very aware of nutrition, and that really helps decrease the anxiety levels and keeps me steady and focused.
So what do you think about the message that we are trying to convey through the Be Fit, Ride Strong lifestyle?
I think it's amazing. It's amazing that there's new awareness, that you're approaching the sport from both a mental and a physical aspects, so that people are becoming more and more aware, and the athletes are getting more comfortable with approaching their anxieties and dealing with their fitness and dealing with nutrition. And all around, it's going to make all the athletes perform better and have a more successful career in the sport.
So do you have any additional advice or comments for our viewers?
For any of the young athletes coming up in the ranks, I think it's really important to have an overall picture of what you're doing with yourself and your horse as a team, as an individual, and just enjoy the journey. It doesn't matter what other people think, just be yourself and work at it day by day, stay focused and dream it and live it.
So Corry, it has truly been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking this time to share your experience with us here today.
Thank you.